concrete queen. In the heart of Brooklyn, where the rhythm of the city beat like a drum, lived a skater known as Granny Gems. She wasn't a granny, but her moves were timeless, and she never, ever skated without the golden crown perched on her head. Her dream was to win the King of the Concrete, Brooklyn's biggest underground skate jam. Every evening, she'd turn the basketball courts and sidewalks into her kingdom, her green skateboard a blur under the streetlights. The King of the Concrete was the talk of the 5 boroughs. The reigning champ, a skater named Blaze, laughed when he saw Granny Gems. "Nice tiara," he sneered, eyeing her green top that read, "Caution, I'm a baddie. Think that's gonna help you stick a landing? You'll be kissing the pavement." Granny Gems just tightened the strap on her helmet, her heart thumping a steady beat. The first horn blew, and the jam was on. She dropped in. A flash of green and gold. The wind whistled past her as she flawlessly executed a kickflip over a set of stairs, her crown staying perfectly in place. The crowd roared. But then, on her final run, disaster. As she launched into a complex grind on the highest rail, a loud crack echoed through the park. Her board snapped in two, sending her tumbling to the asphalt. Her crown clattered onto the ground beside her. Blaze sailed past, landing his trick perfectly and soaking in the cheers. Humiliated and heartbroken, Granny Gems wanted to disappear. She spent the next few days in her apartment, the broken halves of her beloved skateboard and her slightly scuffed crown sitting on her workbench. "Maybe Blaze was right," she muttered to the Brooklyn skyline outside her window. "Maybe I'm just a joke." Just as she was about to stash her crown in a shoebox for good, the bell on her door chimed. It was Pops, the old-school skater who ran the local skate shop. He'd seen her compete. "Giving up so soon?" he asked, his voice a gravelly Brooklyn accent. "I saw that run. You've got flow, kid. A crown doesn't make a queen, and a broken board doesn't make a loser. Don't let one wipeout define you." Pops's words were the spark she needed. Granny Gems polished the scuffs from her crown and placed it firmly back on her head. Then, in the dusty, sticker-covered workshop behind Pops's shop, they got to work. They spent hours choosing the perfect wood, pressing the deck, and designing a new, even bolder emerald arrow. The day of the final showdown arrived. It was a one-on-one rematch, Granny Gems versus Blaze. She rolled up with her new emerald arrow, her crown shining under the lights. She wore the same green top from their first meeting, its bold letters a clear message. Blaze just shook his head. "Still wearing that thing with that homemade board?" he sneered. "You never learn." But this time, Granny Gems wasn't just skating, she was flying. She was no longer just a talented skater, she was a resilient one. She pushed her new board to its limits, the city lights a blur around her. On the final trick, she and Blaze launched into the air at the same time, their boards a streak of emerald and neon green. With a focus she'd never felt before, Granny Gems twisted her body, landing perfectly and rolling smoothly away. Blaze wobbled on his landing, his foot touching the ground for a split second. The crowd went wild, chanting her name. Granny Gems had won. She was the queen of the concrete. But as she held her trophy high, she knew the real win wasn't the prize. It was picking herself and her crown up off the pavement and never, ever giving up.